Hello students, today we will understand how a single cell zygote develops into implanted embryo through the process of cleavage, morula formation, blastocyst formation and implantation. So this is our topic today. So let us start. First of all, we should know about cleavage. After fertilization, the zygote starts dividing mitotically in the fallopian tube itself as it moves through the isthmus of the oviduct towards the uterus. This rapid mitotic division without increase in the size is called as cleavage. Now we have the zygote divides successively to form 2-cell stage, then 4-cell stage, then 8-cell stage, then ultimately 16-cell blastomere stage. And you see these daughter cells are called as blastomeres. Every cell inside this membrane is called as blastomere. Now morula, after this blastomeres, we'll talk about morula. When the embryo consists of 8 to 16 blastomeres, it's called as morula. The morula resembles a solid ball of cells and continues dividing while moving towards the uterus itself. Then blastocyst formation. As the morula enters the uterus, it transforms into blastocyst. The blastocyst shows cell differentiation, where you have trophoblast layer, the outer layer, and the inner cell mass. Trophoblast is actually, it helps in the formation of placenta. It's an outer layer. It helps in attachment to the uterine wall. Then your inner cell mass, that is ICM, is the group of the cells attached to trophoblast. It develops into the embryo proper. You need to remember this thing. Then implantation, the trophoblast attached to the endometrium of the uterus. Uterine cells divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. As a result, the blastocyst becomes embedded in the endometrium itself. This process is called implantation. And this marks the beginning of the pregnancy. If we talk about what is happening here, you have the zygote, then cleavage happens in the zygote in fallopian tube itself, then morula is formed, then blastocyst formation happens, then implantation happens, and then pregnancy. It leads to the pregnancy. So this is actually the flow chart in a sequence. Now there is one important diagram which is given in your textbook. That diagram is very important. So we'll go to this diagram now. You see, when we talk about this diagram, this has been asked many times in exam. That's why it's important. Now let us start from this A over here. A is the ovum in the ovary. It has both zona pellucida and corona radiata layer. When we talk about B is showing us the fertilization. Fertilization occurs in ampullary ischemic junction of the fallopian tube. The sperm reaches here. Same time, the ovum also reaches and the fertilization happens. Then C is showing us the first cleavage. That means 2-cell stage. If the zygote undergoes mitotic division, cleavage forms 2 blastomeres. Cleavage occurs while the zygote moves through the fallopian tube itself. When we talk about D is further cleavage. That means from 2 cells, 4 cells will be formed. There you can see that there is no increase in the size. Size does not increase. Only cell number increases. Then morula, E is morula. Continued cleavage forms 8 to 16 blastomeres, and the morula reaches to the uterus. Then F stage over here is advanced morula. It's also called as early blastocyst. Cells continue to divide and reorganize themselves. The embryo prepares for differentiation. Then you have this G. G is blastocyst. Blastocyst, I told you, it is differentiated into trophoblast, outer layer of cells, and inner cell mass. The blastocyst enters the uterine cavity. And H shows us the implantation. The trophoblast attached to the endometrium of the uterus. The blastocyst becomes embedded in the uterine wall. The process is called implantation, and it initiates the pregnancy itself. So this is what is written about. This is what you need to know about this particular diagram, which is given in your textbook. So this is very important a diagram. I hope you understand. You understood this particular lecture, and I'm hopeful that this particular diagram will be asked in the exam this year. Thank you very much for watching the video.